you
Good,
know.
good. People are starting to come in over here on Rumble, but Patel Ron is in the chat. Says good morning, Rhodes and John. Um, heard about Jerry Springer. Yeah, we were actually going to talk about that because that news actually just dropped probably about 15 minutes before we actually went live. I guess we can just go ahead and talk about that right now.
Yeah,
Um, right here on TMZ, Jerry Springer dead at 79. To you young kids out there that are watching this right now, I'm talking about like you 20 years old, 20-year-old people. Jerry Springer was huge, absolutely huge in the 1990s and 2000. I didn't know anybody that didn't watch his talk show.
it
I
was
remember
crazier than hell.
I actually remember Jerry Springer when it was more mainstream, like a Donahue or something like that. And
Yep.
then when the people on his show lost their minds, that show just blew up like no other show I ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, he there was a time when he was considered the most controversial talk show host in the world.
Yep.
And you know, it's kind of weird, but when we talk about Jerry Springer, it's he was sort of ahead of his time
Definitely.
because he would have people on his show with these real controversial issues. For example, he might have a grown ass man on his show that dressed up as a girl.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, the issues he was dealing with now. I mean, people thought it was funny back then. It's really happening now in real life.
They thought it was weird, twisted, controversial. Oh my god, that's gross, that's sick, that's why people watched. And now it's the very things that are trying to be normalized in our
Yeah.
society. They are the especially I mean the media and the left is literally trying to normalize Jerry Springer Jerry Springer's world in real life. Like
Yeah.
we're all supposed to just look the other way and be okay with entities he would have on his show that people were like, "Oh my god, this is effed up." This is twisted. This is gross. And here we are with a grown man dressed up as a girl promoting your beer
Yeah.
or formerly people's beer.
He would
This
have
is real life.
he would have guests on there where it'll be like the husband would bring his wife on the show, and then he would come out and admit, "Hey, I'm sleeping with your best friend," and then there would be a fight on the show.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it was nuts, but everybody had their eyes glued to the TV to watch and see because the fights were just legendary. And Steve Wilkos show is still going on right now. Remember, Steve Wilkos was security on the Jerry Springer show, and now he has his own show.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It was so popular. The bodyguard, the bouncer on the show, has a show that has been going on. Steve's show's been going on for what, like 10 or 15
Oh
years
yeah, it's
now?
been a while. It's been on for a while. Actually, I watched Steve Wilkos show probably about 3 weeks ago, and then Jerry Springer's show came on a few minutes afterwards.
I was just sitting here sort of going through the biography, and I was trying to see if I could find the ratings on Springer's show, but because the ratings
They
had to
had to
be,
be massive, man.
they had to
Yeah,
be absolutely nuts. I
but
mean,
but he was also a politician. He was the mayor of a city
since
in Ohio, Cincinnati, right?
I think it was Cincinnati, wasn't it?
Um, actually, yes, I think it says it right here in this article here. He became yeah, he was elected to Cincinnati City Council in 1971 and became the mayor in 77. That was the year I was born in 77. But this is what he died of. He actually had pancreatic cancer. So right here, where's it at? I know I just saw it here. Yeah, a family spokesperson says Jerry was battling a brief illness, and TMZ sources tell us that it was pancreatic cancer. that was first diagnosed a few months ago, and this week
Wow.
he took a turn for the worse. The spokesperson said he died Thursday morning peacefully at his home in the Chicago area. It's hard for me to imagine that Jerry Springer being a politician because I only know him from the show.
Right.
He didn't
Right.
come off as very politician like on the show.
This is what it says about his ratings, because for a while he was the king of daytime talk television. In 97 and 98, the show reached its ratings peak at one point, becoming the first talk show in years that beat the Oprah Winfrey Show
Yeah,
in ratings.
Oprah's still big. Oprah was really big in the 90s.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, because anybody going up against Oprah was sure to just fall short. A follow up to that, or a piece of that little snippet I was reading, said that at one point in 1 week of his show, they had, I think it said, up to 12 fights in one 5 day stretch
Wow.
on his show. 12 throwdowns on his show, generally over somebody sleeping with somebody else's old lady.
Yeah.
That's
Remember he would
generally
have
how it was.
weird weddings on his show too. It would just be completely off the walls. I mean, like really, really off the walls. But man, rest in peace, Jerry Springer, man. 79 years old, talk show legend, man.
Patel Ron 6 in the chat says it was hard to see Jesse Ventura and Schwarzenegger as governor. I guess far as people like being in politics, but we kind of always knew that Arnold was going to go into politics. He always had aspirations to be in politics and be governor.
Yeah.
That he
I
talked about
wish
that back in the Mr. Olympia days.
I
He
wish
was
he
wanting to
actually would
be
have
in
stuck to
politics.
acting. I
I
wish
do
he would have
too.
I wish he would have stuck to acting. But of course, I'm not in California.
Right.
Arnold identifies as a conservative, and all the people out there saying he was governing like a liberal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one of the reasons why he won is because California, man, star power. When he actually ran for governor, man, his profile was so high, and it was actually a recall election. That's what got him elected. And people just see Arnold, man. Everybody loves Arnold, and they voted for him. So
Yeah, he won as a Republican out there.
yeah, he's still a Republican. He actually slammed who
In
was it?
name only.
He actually slammed, I believe, CNN the other day for putting out fake news about him or something like that.
Well, he supposedly got out in his neighborhood and he was filling potholes because the local
The
county
city
wouldn't
didn't
do
do
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And he came out and
That's
he
pretty
slammed
wild.
him. And you know the reason why he actually became a Republican and conservative, right?
No, I don't.
Because when he came to America in the 60s, he heard all these liberal Democrats. He said, man, they sound too much like the socialists over there in Austria. I ain't one of them. I'm a Republican. That's what he said. He said they would sound like socialists.
He likes cigars, women,
Guns. He likes a lot of women,
guns. Yeah, women.
man.
Yeah.
Arnold, he's a big time womanizer, man. We know that. But thanks